Oh, what's that? 30 subscribers? Wow! Hello everyone and welcome to Newston. I'm your host Harris and today we got some juicy news. Let's get started. Samsung has just announced their brand new Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and it's a Note. So yeah, this is a true successor to the Galaxy Note series thanks to its built-in S Pen. As you can see, it features a similar design as a Note 20 Ultra with a boxy kind of look. On the back, there's a new camera design that I kinda like but not really. At least it's covered with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus with IP68. For the screen, it's a 6.8-inch 1440p dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with 120Hz refresh rate and 240Hz touch sampling rate. For the inside, it will pack the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 or the Exynos 2200 depending on your region, with 8 to 12 gigs of RAM and 128 to 1 terabyte of storage. Not only that, One UI 4.1 based on Android 12, a 5000 mAh battery with up to 45 watt fast charging is also here. Now for the cameras, it got a 108 megapixel main paired with a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 3x zoom, and of course the 10x periscope. For the selfie, you'll get a 40 megapixel shooter. Lastly, the price. For the base model of 8128, it will cost you a whole $1,200. Pretty expensive. And that's not all, as Samsung also announced the brand new Galaxy S22 and S22 Plus. Yeah, these phones are pretty much the same as last year with a few changes. First, the design. While it still got the iconic look, it's now a bit more defined and I honestly really like it. Not only that, the back panel is also Gorilla Glass Victus Plus instead of plastic. Second, they're also a bit smaller as the vanilla S22 now got a 6.1-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X and a better variable refresh rate between 10 to 120 Hz. For the Plus, it's the same but a bit bigger at 6.6-inch. For the inside, both of them will pack the Snapdragon or Exynos depending on regions, with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 to 256 gigs of storage. For the battery, the vanilla only got a 3700 with 25 watt charging, while the Plus got a bigger 4500 mAh with 45 watt charging. For the cameras, both got the main 50 megapixel sensor paired with a 12 megapixel ultra wide, 10 megapixel 3x telephoto, and of course a selfie with a 10 megapixel sensor. Okay, lastly, the price. The base model S22 will cost you a whole $800, while the Plus will start at a hefty $1,000. I think I'm missing speed round. Speaking of Samsung, the Galaxy S22 series regional chipset just got leaked. It seems like a new report just clarified what regions will be getting the Exynos or the Snapdragon. As you can see, most of the markets are getting the Snapdragon, while only Europe and UK will get the Exynos, which is surprising. But again, we'll have to wait until the official report. And speaking of chips, Microsoft is raiding a laptop with the new Snapdragon 8cx Gen 3, which is supposed to be faster than AMD and Intel. Wow! A recent Geekbench listing just revealed some details about Microsoft's new laptop. It suggests that the CPU can go against Intel and AMD processors for multi-core. However, for the single-core, it's still lower than the competitors. And speaking of AMD, their $35 billion Xilinx deal has gone through, which is their biggest acquisition ever. AMD's $35 billion acquisition of Xilinx is officially going through, with the deal originally announced in October 2020 finally being approved. The transaction is set to go through on Valentine, and yeah, this is going to be insane. Speaking of insane, Riot will start eavesdropping on toxic Valorant players to issue bans. What? Riot Games just released a report describing the current state of anti-toxicity measures in Valorant, including a beta program to record and analyze the voice comms of players reported for abusive chat. Now, this will sound weird, but hopefully they'll do it right. Valve has just sped up their game verification for the Steam Deck, with 123 games being added in under a week for a total of 243. It appears that Valve is ramping up the Steam Deck games verification as it is getting close to its shipping time. Reportedly, this is a massive jump as it is double the amount of games from last week. So yeah boys, it is time to game. You're a little excited, but I gotta go. So you gotta come back on Monday for more juicy tech news like this one and subscribe so you won't miss it. Alright, see ya.